Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
By the game, almost 9 minutes of play the game, how do you feel like this team sort of rebounded and responded to impact?
Yeah, very well. We've executed really efficiently late. I think what we didn't do tonight, which we've been pretty consistent on, is the 38-point third quarter where we just traded for a while. And then when you do that, and then we go through a stretch where we had some good looks, but you miss a couple, and all of a sudden a lead you worked really hard to build disappears, and you create game pressure. And the flip side of that, as you said, is that I think we handled the game pressure well. There's some situations that we just didn't execute, and we'll have a chance to look at those and get better.
I was going to say, you talk a lot about sometimes when you give up 30s, you're doing something else. I'm curious what you would have liked to see the guys do differently instead of thinking maybe a guy like Clay.
Well, I mean, obviously, we know that Klay Thompson can shoot. He got 11 threes in 18 minutes against Boston. We just broke down. There are positions where we're standing, watching, and he's in the corner, and we can get there. But we didn't during that stretch, and we didn't during other stretches. And they put pressure on him in their pick and roll game because Gafford's such a dynamic roller. But that said, you get to a point where you change the coverage again. You can only change so many things, and there's times when you change even though you're not executing, and you don't want to fight that at the time. But we got to execute better. I mean, there's a couple things they did with Flag and Gafford and pick and roll where they'd seal our big. And they're very good at that because of his size. But there's a fix to that where we just got to talk and switch, and we didn't do that. So usually when a team is able to do something like that against you, you got to dig in and execute better. And again, I thought that wasn't what got them back into the game. But those are, you see those things. But the other stuff, we've given up some easy things that we just need to take. We need to be the first team on the floor. If there's a loose ball, we got to be on the floor. There were some plays like that just kind of, I think, were representative of a little bit of a lapse in the focus that we need.
Coach, there's been a few times this season where Nikhil and Jalen have been able to close the games for you.
Yeah.
What did you see from them this time?
Well, that's what I specifically was referring to. I didn't use those two guys' names, but you're right. I think Jalen's willingness to get off the ball and find Nikhil, and Nikhil hit big shots. JJ got to the rim, got to the line. I don't know what we were from the foul line. We'd be a little better from the foul line than we were. But no, those guys executed. I thought, hit a big shot out of timeout. Dyson made a really good play screening in, and JJ found him. So there were some good things like that offensively, and I think we just got to clean a few things up defensively as far as our execution. Okay? Nope. Yes. We can't go through a press conference without you asking. You only get one.
Okay, so I'll try to make it a good one. No, but you mentioned, you built those leads, and then those veterans like Chris Middleton and Klay Thompson, those guys never give up. And you talk a lot about competitive endurance. That's what we saw from you guys, I think, tonight, closing out this game.
We responded really well when the game got close. And, they make you, Klay comes off the screen, you guard him once, and throws it back to the big, comes off again. We've all seen him do that. And both he and Chris are playing really well right now. So those were points of emphasis. And again, against a player of that caliber that shoots it like that, you've got to be near perfect in how you're defending. Okay, thanks.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.